everybody, I'm here today to tell you 3 reasons why your car won't start. If you are in the unfortunate situation in which your engine is not starting, you go to turn the key, the engine doesn't start, this is the video for you because I'm going to be telling you 3 common reasons why this happens. Now obviously there are many different reasons why your car will not start, your car may not start. These are just 3 very common reasons. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Reason number 1, and I think the most common reason, is having a dead battery. Now, if you have a dead battery, you'll go to turn your key, your engine will not start. Now, fortunately, most of the time, it's a relatively easy fix. You just jump start the battery and your engine should start. Most of the time, okay? But there are a few things that can cause your battery to die. For instance, if you go overnight and you leave your interior lights of your car on, or your headlights or your tail lights or anything that uses electrical power, if you leave anything on overnight or for an extended period of time, you will kill the battery, you will drain the battery, and that will cause your car not to start. So if you go to bed and you left your headlights on and you wake up for work the next morning, you go to turn your key and your engine doesn't start, it might be because your battery is drained. It's most likely because your battery is drained. There are many reasons why, but another common instance is if your alternator is going bad. Your alternator is responsible for charging your car's battery. If your alternator is not working properly, then what's going to happen is it will not charge the battery. The electrical components in the car will drain the battery, the alternator will not charge it up again, and your battery will be dead. Your battery will be drained. Your engine will not start. So those are the main reasons why your battery will cause your engine not to start. But most of the time, fortunately, it's a relatively easy fix. The second reason why your car won't start, and probably the second most common reason why, is you have a bad starter. Now the starter is responsible for starting the engine, hence the name starter. Now, the starter basically controls the turning components of the engine that cause it to start, and if you have a bad starter, your engine will not start, okay? Or it will struggle to start. And there isn't much of a lead up with regards to a warning about having a bad starter. Sometimes if your starter is going bad, your engine will crank very slowly, and maybe sometimes when you turn the key there will not be a crank, and then you have to try again and there will be a crank. But that doesn't happen all the time. So I mean, there might be some warnings for a bad starter coming up, or there might not be. Unfortunately, once your starter is gone, there's not really any way to fix it on the spot other than getting your car towed to a mechanic and having them fix it, okay? It's not as easy as having a dead battery where you just jump start the engine. With a bad starter, you probably have to call a tow truck, have your car towed to a mechanic, and have them replace the starter. And last but not least, reason number 3 why your car will not start, and this is probably the least common reason within this video, is having a clogged fuel filter. Now the fuel filter is responsible for filtering the fuel before it gets to the engine. Now if you have a clogged fuel filter, what's going to happen is it's going to not allow enough fuel or any fuel to get to the engine. And what's going to happen when that happens is the engine's not going to start because fuel is required for an engine to start. Therefore, without fuel, because you have a clogged fuel filter, your engine will not start, your car will not start. So that is pretty much, those are, I would say, 3 very common reasons why your car won't start. The first one was the most common in this video. The second one was the, not so common, but still somewhat common. And the third one was the least common within this video. There are literally hundreds of things that will cause your engine not to start, from the smallest things to the biggest components. But most of the time, you're going to be hit with one of these 3 things if your engine is not starting. So it's a good idea to check these 3 things first before you go to anything smaller or anything less common. But that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you're in the unfortunate situation in which your engine is not starting, your car is not starting, really, I suggest that you sort of look at all of the symptoms that you've experienced over the past several weeks or months and try a few things first before you jump to any conclusions. I would suggest looking at these 3 things first before you jump to any larger conclusions. And that's basically it. Be sure to subscribe for more car videos like this one and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.